Yo, this is SB the Ghost, LOX D Block, and I want to give a big, huge shout out to Diesel and the Turning the Table podcast for having the realest hip hop reviews on YouTube. Keep doing what you're doing. I salute D Block. Yeah.
I let my tape rock to my tape pop. Now I'm in the limelight, cause I was all a dream. Never thought that hip hop, never thought that hip hop, never thought that hip hop. Take it this I let my tape rock to my tape pop. Now I'm in the limelight, cause I was all a dream. Never thought that hip hop, never thought that hip hop, never thought that hip hop. Take it this far.
Alright, so now we got Nas, It Was Written. Came out in 1996. Nas is now 22 years old. 58 minutes long, 13 songs. No longer a handicap match. Nas is in the fight. He's officially in the fight. Let's get into it. This is my favorite Nas album of all time. Definitely my favorite Nas album. When this came out, it just blew my mind from the first bar. Fake thug, no love, you get the slug. See before gusto, your luck low. I didn't know till I was drunk though. You weak niggas played out. Get fucked to 8 out. Yo, come on, yo, y'all hear the beat, y'all, yo. That shit blew my mind, yo. Like, and on this album, he came with everything. He had the stories, he had the bars, he even had the hit record with If I Ruled the World with Lauryn Hill. He had the street single with Street Dreams. When he dropped that was for the hood, the street. Then he gave you I Gave You Power, and the way he described talking about a gun, again, was creative, inventive. Nobody did that before. Nas was on top, yo. That shit just blew my mind, yo. Like, I went crazy. I rewinded it so many times just trying to understand, like, yo, he was the gun. This album, it was deep, it was good music, it was good productions, this album was like a movie, you know what I mean? This album was like an audio book, you get what I mean? Like, just listening to it was like watching Queens. And let me say this, because this is important. When he did his hit records, when he gave you Street Dreams, when he gave you If I Ruled the World, he did those without selling out. He did those being Nas, rapping about the same content and the same perspective that he's been giving you his whole career. And that was dope because he was able to do that and not sell out. But now we're going to get into what he up against in My Lifetime, Volume 1. Alright, so this came out in November 1997. 58 minutes. 13 songs. Yo, this one was tough because this Jay-Z album has some of my favorite Jay-Z classic songs on here. You got Imaginary Players, Streets Is Watching, If I Shoot You, I'm brainless. If you shoot me, you're famous. You know, classic line. It got Friend or Foe again on here. Another classic song. Rap Game, Crack Game, Where I'm From, Cough Up a Lung, Where I'm From, Marcy side, it ain't nothing nice. Like, yo, that's my shit. But putting it up against It Was Written, man, he dropped the ball, you know. He dropped the ball on Always Be My Sunshine with Babyface and Foxy. You could tell he was forcing something on there. And you can't put that up against If I Ruled the World. I know what girls like with Diddy and Lil' Kim. Like, it's not, I don't dislike none of these songs. Again, I love these albums. But, you know, what can you put that up against on Nas' album? What can you put that up against? You can't put that up against on nothing on there. It's going to lose every time. You got Who You With. Who You With, you know, that's a fire song, and I think that was a single he might have released on there. If you put that up against If I Ruled the World, you know, you still lose. You still lose on that. I had to give round 2 to Nas, you know, It Was Written.